You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days fans, I've got your early weekly spoilers for October 21st through the 25th. We are going to see Chad absolutely stunned as Fabby is exposed and Brady offers some forgiveness. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on early edition day, we start with what's happening the rest of this week, just to give you some context for those spoilers for next week. With that in mind, Wednesday, October 16th, we've got Chanel questioning Johnny's mood. So he was snarky with her at the hospital because her back is out, and he thinks that Alex threw Chanel's back out doing the deed with her, and he thinks they are like laughing in his face and lying in his face, and he had a temper fit on Tuesday and broke a glass at home after he brought Chanel home, and she's completely in the dark, and she keeps asking him what's going on, and he just is furious. Meanwhile, Stephanie and Alex were discussing that sleeping together was a mistake, but then they started making out, and then they do it again. So, another mistake. Stephanie is back at work and shows Johnny a PR poster of Chanel and Alex as their character. He has a fit of temper and rips it up. Chanel heads over to see Alex at his place. Looks like they are working on a surprise. And then there's some more Chanel and Alex kissing scenes, and it looks like Johnny might be having another nightmare. Either that or he's having a fit at work. I don't know. Patch talks to Kayla, and I wonder if he's going to tell her that he tricked Mark into giving him fake DNA results. And Fabby is feeling very guilty and struggling with her feelings about Chad. Is she falling for the guy she's conning? Maybe. Thursday, October 17th, JJ Devereaux is in Paris. He's going to be on hand officiating Chad's wedding to Fabby. Looks like Holly's probably going to be there, and things are going to get super duper messy. Fiona and Brady have a heart-to-heart conversation. I'm guessing maybe an interrogation, since Jada has arrested her for being the hit and run driver. And they didn't even tell her that Fiona was trying to murder Sarah when Xander came home. I mean, oh my goodness, that should be tacked on, right? And I mean, Brady understands the disease of alcoholism, so I'm interested to see how this conversation goes. And if he's just full on accusatory, or if he will listen to her saying, you know, look, I was in a bad spot. I'm an alcoholic. You know how it is. And if he's like, I do kind of know. So Sarah and Xander go back to EJ and insist, look, Fiona confessed. This is real. You've got to let him go. The question is, will EJ do it? Because he has promised Holly he will punish Brady, basically in lieu of punishing Eric for killing her dad, Daniel, but Brady didn't do it. But you know how EJ is. And Sophia comes to Tate's aid on Thursday. Then on Friday, October 18th, we have Chad and Fabby's wedding reception, and things take a very bad turn. So after running that fake DNA test and lying to Patch, Mark hops a plane to Paris. He's just going to try and kill Chad over there. And I suspect that Patch may follow him because Kayla keeps trying to reach him and can't. And there is Mark at the door. Chad opens it. Mark's got the gun. He's just so scared about Clyde killing their mom. He's just ready to kill him. And Fabby is trying to stop it from happening. There is a gunshot, but, you know, will Chad be shot? Will Fabby be shot? Will that be Patch shooting Mark to stop him from shooting somebody? Friday is going to be a true cliffhanger. Meanwhile, JJ and Holly discuss Fabby, and, you know, they're comparing notes. I think they both sense that things are not quite right with this woman. And Ava is there to encourage Sophia. And of course, she's the manager at the bistro, and Sophia works for her. And Aaron and Tate have a discussion about Sophia, and Aaron tells him, if you want to date her, go for it. I'm cool with it. Heading into next week, we have Brady forgiving Sarah. I'm sure that she is going to, I don't know if she's, how much truth she's going to tell him. I don't think she's going to tell him, I lied to save you because Xander was going to murder you. But I could see her saying, I lied because Xander was coming after you, because Brady knew that. And she may say you were safer in jail. And that's something Brady can probably understand. Meanwhile, at the wedding reception, Fabby is absolutely exposed. And then they kind of repeat that scene on Monday. So on Monday is when Chad is completely stunned to find out that Fabby is not his beloved Abigail back from the dead. And I'm glad this isn't dragging on any longer than it already has. That's good. And Marlena can sense that something is off with Johnny DiMera. And I really hope he opens up to Doc and tells her that he suspects that, she cheated on him with Alex, and, she's probably going to talk him through it. And again, we're back to, he's just making these assumptions and didn't see. And again, I just don't understand how he mistook Stephanie for Chanel. I mean, Alex wasn't completely covering entirely the person that was in the bed. It's just so sketchy. All right. Also, next week, EJ tries to bully Fiona. So she basically has been caught at this. Sarah remembers Fiona had, confirmed and confessed to Xander and to Sarah. So I don't know if he's trying to bully her into implicating Brady because he still wants to take him down because of that promise that he made to Holly, or if it's something else because EJ is just, awful most of the time. Meanwhile, speaking of DiMera's, Kristen tells her little brother Stefan that he thinks that he should fight to save his marriage to Gabby Hernandez. She knows how much he loves Gabby. Not that she's a super duper fan of Gabby. She obviously wants to keep Gabby chic at the family business, but she also just, wants Stefan to be happy and says, fight, fight, fight. And, maybe they can work it out. And Justin and Sarah are both fighting with Xander, who is considering trading Titan Industries to Kristen in exchange for that miracle cure serum from Dr. Rolf to get Sarah walking again and cure her paralysis, because Brady's exonerated already because of Fiona's arrest, and in Kristen's twisted mind, Sarah and Xander didn't make it happen, even though they were trying to make it happen. So she's still withholding the cure and basically demanding Titan. We'll see how it goes. Realistically, Brady should tell Kristen, give her the cure. And maybe he will. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.